So guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the RaidCall EMS 1 Group D, and we are finally ready to get into our next game of the day. Thank God he managed to get himself sorted. One player from VeryGames was having problems, but it seems like he's now in the server and we can get ready to go. Thank the Lord.
You know what the D in Group D stands for, right? Delays.
Dave. Why not? Why not Dave?
Delays.
Yeah. Legs. So it's going to be Nuke, and of course we're going to be casting VeryGames versus LowLandLions. VeryGames have 3 points after they took down .pixel 16-13. I actually should really have written that down. 16-13. What was the other score in our game? Fnatic versus
16, 12, 13, 14, 16 something.
Useful, Jason is useful.
I don't remember. Don't worry, someone's going to say it in chat.
Useful, Jason is useful. 16-12. Thank you very much. So 16-12 over LowLandLions. Yeah, you said 16-12, 16-13, 16-14. Surprised you didn't say 16-15, actually. That would have
no, I'm not that bad.
Topped it all off. So we are going to get into the knife round then. Let me just bring a bit of volume in here for this one, and we can get us straight into game. Good stuff. So he was going to pick up the knife and start on that all-important CT side. Apparently right now, .pixels are being pretty much dominated by Fnatic. So obviously Fnatic win against .pixels, they are through. If LowLandLions lose out to VeryGames here, then VeryGames will be through as well. And our final game of the night, Fnatic versus VeryGames, would then be to decide who goes through in what position for the seeding on towards those LAN finals. But LowLandLions, in their first game, despite that 16-12 loss, actually looked really good.
They did, yeah. They actually, on the terrorist side, won 6 rounds in a row. But Fnatic ended up winning the next 9. And then over on the CT side, they won the first, I believe it was 5 in a row. And then Fnatic started to come back and end up taking the victory. I was expecting you to cast this in an accent, Joe, but it didn't happen.
No, that's the privilege reserved for my co-caster, which you're just not even bothered about doing today, so I'm just going to not do it all.
Wow.
As MBK here, 1v1, and KaisKing almost gave us. We almost had an exciting moment there. But KaisKing actually got 3 kills with the knife that round, and LowLandLions are unsurprisingly going to be on the CT side for this one. The stronger side here on Nuke. So, really interested to see how this one is all going to go down. And VeryGames just asking for a couple of seconds. Obviously having a bit of a chat. See, Jason, there you see a French flag. Now you know what I mean in terms of it's turned on the side.
Wow. I thought it was all white.
Oh, wow. Jason burning the Frenchies. Ooh.
So, Joe,
you're going to get hate mail from that.
I asked you this on every map so far. Is Nuke still very CT-sided?
Yes. Do
you know the statistics at all for it over the cup?
It's the most one-sided map out of them all.
Okay, and then
around
on paper,
about 63%, I think it was.
On paper, who do you give this one to?
To VeryGames again. I mean, as I said, LowLandLions played well against Fnatic, but VeryGames are, you could probably dispute, second best team around in Counter-Strike Go in Europe right now. So their performance at Copenhagen Games was, well, it's not really ballsy words if you just look at where they finished. Offline? Yeah. VeryGames.
Did they play at DreamHack? Was it DreamHack against NIP?
Yeah. VeryGames were the best team in Counter-Strike Source. They won every single tournament to win in Counter-Strike Source.
I mean, who played Source?
Oh, Jason, you're really gonna you're gonna be getting French Counter-Strike Source hate mail by the end of today if you're not careful.
I played 1.6 and Source. I think I'm allowed to. No, probably not. Anyways, we do have the first round of the game going down. Looks like VeryGames gonna go for a very hard push on the inner. And they might be able to lock it down.
Well, they've got the first 2 kills here, and so far looking good for them. As Smith's going to go head-to-head here with KaisKing, who had the best game out of anyone against Fnatic earlier on here. Wow. And he's so far managed to get himself 3 kills. Existence and Scream, the last 2 players left alive. Existence has only got 4 HP remaining. KaisKing is up against a ticking bomb as well. He does have a grenade, though. as he goes downstairs, which is not where that bomb is. He manages to take down Existence as well. And it's now 1 versus 1. Scream versus Kaisking. There comes the grenade. 46% HP left on Scream as Kaisking is going to reload. Scream has only got 4 bullets to make this kill happen, and he will with the final shot. Whew, little bit of a hairy round for VeryGames after being in such a strong position. But Kaisking, again, 4 kills. Brilliant stuff from them. But of course, the important part about it is that VeryGames win. However, it's going to allow a shotgun or 2, maybe. I definitely saw that Eufia did pick one up there, which may throw a bit of a spanner into the VeryGames plan this time around.
We did see Kaisking actually put up some really good numbers against Fnatic in the last match on Mirage. So, I mean, he's just doing what he does best. But yeah, we do have an outside push happening right now. It looks like our MBK will be sticking in lobby, trying to go for any flankers. But here we go. Silix and Flash is being thrown out. And Jody, think they're able to get any kills here? They're heading to 4 members of LowLandLions.
They're probably just going to destroy every one of them.
Holy!
Yeah. Here we go. Yay! Shotgun kill for Eufia. Is he going to switch his weapon out? Actually, VeryGames are probably just going to go in there and hunt him down, to be honest. Shouldn't really be having too much of a fear, as we see Smiths expertly moving down to plant that bomb. What?
Not having too much of a fear at all. Hunt him down.
And that wasn't even an intentional pun. And Eufia dies in the end to Existence, who threatens Eufia's entire existence, Jason.
Not bad.
Could have got that one in later.
Speaking of Existence, how many of these people on VeryGames are actually like old school Counter-Strike players? Because you mentioned they all played Source, but do any of them play 1.6 in any well-known teams?
No. In any well-known teams, not really. Actually, I think at least 2 of them played 1.6. I don't think competitively, but VeryGames are the Counter-Strike Source team. Like, they are the Counter-Strike Source team. There's no one that comes close to them in terms of achievements, not even remotely. I guess Fnatic back in the day were on...
Did they do any international tournaments?
International tournaments?
Yeah. In Source?
They won everything.
So they did do international tournaments. Did they ever play against a team called Power Gaming?
Power Gaming?
It's a North American team.
Powers Gaming,
Powers,
you mean?
yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know. Probably at some point. But the Americans never really had that impact, did they?
Yeah, not in League of Legends either.
So, right now we have... So, went to see a movie with my grandma the other day. 4 versus 3 versus 2. There's a 3rd team involved in this one. Chris J now last man left alive with that shotty. Let's see if he can do anything about this one. Don't really expect he will, to be honest, but you never know. Gets himself 1, and there is MBK to finish off. So VeryGames here on that T side, the harder side. We know VeryGames are a very good Nuke team as well. They've put up some impressive CT sides in the times that we've watched them here so far in the RaidCall EMS 1 on Nuke. So LowLandLions need to get something underway here. They need to have a bit of a roll going. Is Chris J lagging a little bit there? His ping is higher than everyone else, and he's got the AWP. So hopefully that's just something with GoTV that's lagging. The smoke is going to get popped, and his vision completely taken away. That AWP will become useless for a little while unless he changes position, which he has done, and has managed to pick off MBK there for the first frag of the round, and that is exactly what LowLandLions needs to start with.
We see how well he can do it on auto sniper, but he's showing us he can use that op as well. And Scream going to pick up that kill over to K. Or how do you say his name? Kais?
I've been saying it.
J. I don't listen half the time.
Well, I obviously noticed that since I've been saying it for, you know, 3 rounds here and 28 rounds before. So glad you didn't manage to listen to any single one of them. So good job, Jason, as Existence is going to take down Ferid. Eufia is actually just around the corner here. I was going to say Smith was looking right at his arm. Easier for us to see, of course, with that X-ray glow around him. And it leaves just Mike's and Chris J left alive for LowLandLions, one of which is in the top bomb site, and Chris J actually is also up there as well. So bottom bomb site going to be open. Mike's has dropped down in terms of the his position now towards the end of the vents. There was Chris J. Smith is going to get taken out, and Kenny S will drop them.
was a
finisher. So 4-0. It looked too easy for VeryGames.
Yeah, very easy, you might even say. It was so one-sided. And that was also that first buy run coming out of LowLandLions. Now, another eco yet again. They weren't doing too well. We did see King put up some pretty big numbers in the first round, picking up 4, but it wasn't enough in the end. And, I mean, what's the site to hit? I would assume it would be upper for Terrace.
Actually, depends what your strategies go for. Both sites are equally as viable. Against an eco team, as you can see, VeryGames taking lobby. Gonna sit back, let the aggressive nature of LowLandLions really just come to them to pick up the kills. As Mike's here is sat on the boxes inside of ramp. May have a chance of pulling something off here. Actually has to drop away as the flashes and a couple of bullets through the box. Take 20% of his health away. VeryGames still have full health among all 5 remaining men. And it looks like they are going to be going to execute their strat here on towards that A site. There is Ferry going down. Nice play by Smiths to make sure that they got that point covered. Bomb going to get planted here by Smiths. And VeryGames just going to sit back and soak up any kind of retake. There's Cash King again, picking one up. He's been great so far as Chris J gets himself another one. So a couple of weapons maybe able to be taken here by LowLandLions. Is Kenny S. He's going to take out Cash King. And now it's Mike's and Chris J. Mike's out in the lobby. Chris J, no idea where he went. I think he's backed away completely. And there was Mike's ready and waiting, but they should have this AK covered off. And there is Smiths taking down Mike's. Where was Chris J in the end? He was actually right back in that CT spawn. Will take himself an AK through, but it's 5 out of 5 for VeryGames on the harder side. Not good signs for LowLandLions.
As we saw right there, the strat wasn't the only thing being executed over on top, and they're just decimating them. It's a very one-sided game so far, and like you were just saying, on the harder side, they're up 5-0 at this point. We are probably going to have another buy-up out of LowLandLions here. We have Mike's who's going to have an op, but he hasn't really been able to pull anything out. We have him actually just rushing straight into that top side, going to pick up that kill on the Ferret, as you see another 2 kills happening, as your auto director is being a jerk.
Yeah.
But they just rushed straight into sight through hut, picked up 2 kills, and LowLandLions, that was a buy round for them. They should have maybe expected that and really shut that down, but they are just getting decimated.
Yeah, they've got 2 men left against 4 here. That bomb is going to get planted in just a second. There's 1 man from main, 1 man from lobby, both of which, to be honest, should be covered off here as MBK is going to take out Chris J. Had to adjust his aim a little bit, but that was easily done. That is your teammate, my friend. And Mike's is actually outside with the AWP. Existence is going to come out here in a second. Mike's looking down towards the volcano stairs. And there is MBK. After all that position adjusting, MBK just comes in the back, shoots him in the head. I'll say thank you very much. 6-0 to VeryGames. And if you look down the frags as well, everyone in the team chipping in for the Frenchman at this point.
And everyone, yeah, putting up, everyone's positive as well over on VeryGames' side. And then for LowLandLions, King is the only one that's actually even at this point. Everyone else on the team, we see Ferret has yet to pick up a kill so far, 0-6 so far in this game. And VeryGames, I mean, I guess this is why you're saying that they were the Counter-Strike source team, and they are probably the one of the top 2 teams to go through in this group. Yeah,
definitely. Again, I think Fnatic would have had a harder time from this group. As Kai's King down to 67% of his HP there. Existence using that wallbang, well, wallbang spot, it's obviously glass window, as Ferret will drop Scream. So actually this could possibly, I don't want to jinx them at this point, could possibly be the first round on the board for LowLandLions.
And VeryGames played that passive yet again. We talked about that over the past 2 days, just teams being very aggressive early on, then all of a sudden they switched over to being passive. Usually it works out for the other team, and as you've seen right there, getting those 2 kills already over for LowLandLions. You fear the only one to go down, but they might be able to hold on to this top side here.
Well, there's Kai's King actually not really doing, in fact, he didn't do a single point of damage onto Kenny S, and you've got to do better than that one as Kenny S going to spray there through the hut. We switch around to Existence, so Smiths and him running round the back side of the outer area at this point. There's only 25 seconds, so this boost is going to be looking for them to get themselves a kill as Ferret peeks out from the volcano stairs. Kenny S now has to come up through that squeaky door area. Mike's going to be waiting. Sprays him down with a FAMAS, and now it's all on Smiths, who actually has done a bit of a hero of a job here, and he's down in this lower bomb site. Is he going to get the plant in? Yes, he is, but this auto sniper from behind from Chris J will finish him off, and this will be round number 1 for LowLandLions.
And a much-needed lifeline to get back in this game. They were already hurting on money right there. They bought the previous round, just got destroyed, but partial buy-in right there was able to come back, get that first round. And we see the momentum switch in the last game versus Fnatic with LowLandLions, and maybe they can actually pull it off for themselves.
Well, it's a bit early for that one at this point, but
give them the benefit of the doubt. Because they did play a really strong terrace and counter-terrace side on Mirage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, they definitely weren't bad at all against Fnatic. They looked very, very strong, in fact, in some points. But in the end, Fnatic obviously just edging them out. And I have the fear for them this time around that VeryGames are going to be the stronger team in general. As Chris J, again, plying his trade with that auto sniper on the outer area. And there is actually MBK having the peak. Chris J gets the better of him. MBK did half health damage there, so not bad at all. But half is still not a kill, especially when that man's got an auto sniper. As KennyS here is going to spot Ferry. Beautiful, clean headshot there. And that will be 4 versus 4 again already. Plenty of flashes from both teams here as the flashes go into this upper site. Existence gets one. There is Eufia, but he only got one before being dropped, and it's now 3 on 2. The bomb plant will come around here very shortly for VeryGames as they get themselves already into those defensive positions. It looks like we're going to see one man from main, that's Mike's, and Chris J coming around from the lobby area. Yeah, they're going to know that Chris J, or at least someone is waiting there, but auto sniper. It doesn't matter if you know where you're coming from if you can do something like that. There's 2 flashes in towards the hut, and there will be the 2 kills coming in. KennyS and Smiths. Really good hold from VeryGames, and that is going to hurt in terms of cash now. Look at that. I mean, 4.5k, there's 6,100 on Chris J since he's died a little bit less, and he's going to pick himself up an AWP with 2 shotguns, an M4, not many flashes, not much really. It's a bit of a weird setup here, actually, from LowLandLions. They're gambling a lot on this round.
It's kind of that point, though. It's high risk, high reward time because they're already down so much. We see 3 kills coming in already for VeryGames. And LowLandLions, they still have that op available on Chris J, but Mike's... Oh, Chris picking up 1 kill right there. Mike's does go down to MBK, though. And it's all up to Chris. Think he's going to save this?
Nope. 1 minute and 16 to go. If he saves this, I'd be very, very surprised as KennyS tries to fool him. And, well, he did for about half a second. Got shot in the face, but MBK had him covered from the backside. 8-1. Guaranteed lead from the first half here by VeryGames. And that is just worrying, worrying signs overall. I mean, if LowLandLions lose this one, they're out, of course. I mean, they're already no points, so they need a win here against VeryGames.
And to be honest, look at the scores right now. Doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to pull that off, Joe.
Well, I don't want to call, you know, a chicken
it's not
before it's hatched, so... Oh, there's 2 men for the taking once they come around the corner. Mike's is going to go down. Of course, this is an eco round for the LowLandLions, so not expecting too much against one of the best teams in the world. There is Smith's getting himself 1. Can he get more? No, Ferry drops him, but here comes Scream from the side. Actually missed his first shots onto Eufia, but lined them up perfectly after that one. There is Ferry. Scream going to drop him. 9-1 VeryGames. Looking a little bit one-sided here. And LowLandLions need 5 rounds in a row now. Honestly, the way that Nuke is balanced, they need 5 rounds in a row.
I like how you say balance. You didn't give it air quotations, though.
No, the way that the map is balanced.
You know what I mean.
As in it's balanced in one way. The way that the map is balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
So we see Chris J pick up a kill with that auto sniper yet again. He's been using that quite a bit lately, but it's been working out for him quite a bit. That's a lot of money to sink into that gun, though. And he did have an op that last round. And 1 kill going over to Kenny. I've been wanting to make a South Park joke in here this entire time, but I've been holding off on it.
I'm glad you haven't. I'm glad you didn't do that.
A little bit of team flash going down right there. It looks like we might see like the second ramp push of the game for VeryGames right now, as he gets hit with another flashbang. And Chris J picks up another kill. That's 2 for him already this round. Picks up a third. Can he get a fourth? As we see MBK pushing out pushing outside right now, trying to go for a flank here. But with MBK and Scream left alive, they might be able to close in and actually trap him down. We see Chris might be able to pick a fourth. He does. Can he go for the ace here, Joe? And the last member is alive from Scream. And he's going to spot him coming around that corner. And there it is. Picking up an ace with the auto sniper, showing he can do anything with that gun.
Yeah, auto sniper ace from Chris J, and that weapon, says MBK, indeed. It is ridiculously strong, but...
He says it's skill, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is skill, but it's also the weapon being very, 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 very strong.
And he made back the money he spent on it pretty much right there with that round.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he does die, ladies and gentlemen, expect him to have another auto sniper next round.
Yeah, but then the rest of his team on eco. Which, actually, they're not far away from here. Yuffie has got, like, no cash at this point. He's running the shotgun once again. It's KaizKing and Scream will offer up a killer piece. And we're at 4 versus 4 early on in round number 12. VeryGames, they've not shown that much variety in their tactics, to be honest. It's been very much take over ramp, take over the lobby, push into this upper site. We've seen a couple of times, that's a bad flash from Smith, but not going to matter too much to Kenny S, who will take the head off Chris J. All of a sudden, this auto sniper is out of the game. Scream will drop Ferried as well. There's a man under Kenny S here, right? Yep, it was Mike's. And as Kenny S drops in there, he gets picked off. Smith's going to come around. That's an easy kill, knowing his position. And it's now all on Yuffie, who's picked up that M4. Will take the head off Scream. That was a nice shot. Well, he's now got 2 more to find. There is Existence down below him. Smith from the ramp. And Existence is going to spray him down in that left-hand vent for another VeryGames round. And the problem for LowLandLions, look at that. Not much cash to spend, and Chris J only with 2,300. No auto sniper for you this round, mate.
But he's sad. Really looking forward for that item. But VeryGames, yeah, they've been playing, it seems like, the same strategy every single round. They're just kind of waiting for picks. They have done a couple of cool things as the game has gone on. They've done a lot of aggressive rushes into top, but that's just been about it. They haven't really rushed into ramp or anything like that. They are going to be playing pass right here as Scream picks up one over Yuffie, who hasn't been having a very good game. He's forward 12 right now, and he picks up another onto Chris J. But then again, it is an eco round for LowLandLions, so you don't really expect them to win this round.
Yeah, and it was easy peasy, I think we can call it, as we move into round 14. Let's have a look down the scoreboard again. And that just shows you, like, Chris J has got 14 kills. And that's more than anyone on VeryGames, and it's 11-2. That's actually a pretty sick thing to look at, because if you look through VeryGames, 12 for Existence, 10 for Smith, 12 for Scream, 13 for MBK, 9 for Kenny S. As a team, they are doing so well right now. They are looking extremely good here against LowLandLions as Yuffie tries to make that hole in the squeaky door count.
His score actually reminds me of Guardian from 30 Max against Superstars yesterday. Like, Guardian was just single-handedly carrying his team. I mean, Chris J is not winning the game for his team, but you can see right there having double kills from the person under him. It's a nice job.
Well, if it wasn't for him, they would have lost one round where he got, well, maybe they wouldn't have lost it, but he won the round for them with that ace. And to be honest, in the other rounds, he was just as good as MBK there. He's going to spray down KaizKing. And that will be instantly a 5 versus 3. Mike's, Yuffie, and Ferried, the last 3 left alive. And where are VeryGames going to go? Looks like we'll get that boost up to have a peek up at the top of the ladder. See who, if anyone, is there. And they're going to boost another man up there as well. That's going to be Kenny S getting into position. And he may just pull off a bit of a surprise. Here we go. Gets himself one. Can he find any more? Ferried was dropped. Yuffie was in there as well. And the last man is in that lower bomb site. Bomb's going to get planted here by VeryGames, by Smiths, as Existence almost blows his teammate's face off. And now Mike's has got to do it all on his own. 1 versus 5. He does have a flash and a kit and full HP.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, though, Joe.
I think he needs about 40 flashes, about 100 kits so that he just has to walk near the bomb
HP.
and he gets diffused.
Well, let me ask you something. Because this is a very one-sided game, as we're seeing. 11-2 currently the score for VeryGames. As a member on LowLandLions, like, what do you take from a game like this?
Nothing.
Like, how do you look at this and be like, what could we have done better, or how could we better prepare for the next time? Because it's just so one-sided.
Well, they have to look at VeryGames, you know, the demos, and look at what VeryGames are doing, which, honestly,
it's not anything
is
special.
Not anything special, yeah. The thing is, VeryGames are on fire today. That scoreline just tells you that every single person on the VeryGames team is pretty much outplaying what LowLandLions control. I mean, KaizKing was amazing in game number 1 against Fnatic, and this time around he's got 7 kills, 13 deaths. And you know, sometimes there's not that much that you can take from a game when you get so downtrodden. His existence there, going to get himself one. chrisJ is actually going to finish him off, and that will be the end of the first half. 12-3, VeryGames on the terrorist side here over LowLandLions. And VeryGames, I hate to say it for LowLandLions fans out there, are an amazing CT nuke team.
Well, we'll see if they can hold on to their lead that they currently have. I mean, they did 16-3 Dot Pixels, if I'm not mistaken, earlier. And that's quite a score to have. And I don't know.
No, 16-13.
16-13, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Dot Pixels put up a really good fight against VeryGames, which, you know, granted, LowLandLions did against Fnatic as well. So, interested to see how that other game has gone between Fnatic and Fnatic and Dot Pixels, which I think will be finished right now. It was 10-1 or 9-1 the last time I actually checked the score out of that one. A Scream is going to get the first kill here onto Euphoria. KennyS going to back him up in the ramp room, but it looks like the push is coming in from the upper side there as chrisJ gets 2. KaizKing has already taken down KennyS, so all of a sudden it's a 3-on-2 advantage for LowLandLions, and this may give them the chance to get back into the game. Bomb's going to be planted in the lower side. Actually, here is Mike's. Wow. One shot to the brain. Smiths comes around the side. KaizKing got the positional advantage on him. It's going to be Scream here to be the hero. He needs to get 2 more kills and the bomb defuse. Doesn't have a kit in the short time that is left on this round. He's just going to come. He's just going to go for this one. He's got one man through the door here, which he won't manage to find. As the doors open, close, gets himself the kill on chrisJ. Can he take KaizKing as well? No, the time's ticking too fast, and as I said, he's got no kit. And there is the finisher from KaizKing. So, a chance for LowLandLions here. They pick up that pistol. I mean, you can't count it out that they can 13-2 on the T side against VeryGames, but really, you'd be... it'd not happen very often.
I think in that
round, 1 in 100 games, maybe.
I think in that last round, every kill was a headshot as well. That was just ridiculous. Like, heads were being blown off everywhere. We'd have VeryGames trying to set up in this upper side right now, but remember, it is an eco round for them against a shotgunned up LowLandLions. And we have seen Euphoria do quite well on the shotgun previously. In the last round of the first half, he got 3 kills with it.
Oh, here's MBK. That's a great flash into Euphoria. And did he actually pick up the shotgun in there as well? We'll have to see about that. KennyS actually got that P250, and we are going to see... Oh, KaizKing comes straight through the window, not messing around with that one. Gets himself the kill, but Smith's actually moving his position around here to try and take out KaizKing, who again will react brilliantly. Ferried will drop MBK, so they can get this bomb planted. Screaming Existence are the 2 men left to try and do something this round, and they're against 4 men with, quite honestly, superior weaponry. Scream with the shotgun. Resistance actually coming around this backside. Saw the man in CT spawn defending against that one. There is chrisJ going to have his head taken off. chrisJ only had a pistol there. He's actually saving up for, well, who knows what chrisJ is saving up for. He's
sniper.
had all kinds of stuff in these last 2 games. But the last man was Scream in there. Ferried finishes him off. 2 out of 2 this half for the LowLandLions, and 12-5 overall. And
this is where we're going to see, Joe, if LowLandLions can in fact keep these keep these wins coming in, because this is the first gun round happening for VeryGames, and we saw how deadly they were with weapons in the first half. We're going to see if they can pull that off yet again, and I'd probably put my money on them this round.
This round is a gun round? No.
That was 2 in a row.
Yeah. Well, they can't buy a 3rd round.
Oh, okay. I thought round 4. Never mind. Next round, Joe.
Yeah.
Took what I said and imagine it for the next one.
Yeah, it made sense, but you were just too early. You were just too keen to get the point out there.
Always too quick.
Alright, so LowlandLions going to be pushing on the outer here, and Chris J again with a Glock gets one. Scream was up above him though. And we have instantly a 4-on-4, and Kais King already down to 13 health. Yuffie here has been spotted around the backside. And see, the P250 is very, very strong, so you can definitely get kills with it.
Yeah, explain to me, like, what happened, because, I mean, it's pretty obvious that I don't play CSGO too much. I'm not even going to say I do, but what happened with that versus the Deagle? Like, why is that always chosen out mostly over the Deagle?
Well, it's more cost effective.
Is it a one-shot headshot?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you've got no
head armor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there is Ferid actually taking down Scream. So not looking like it's a good round at all for VeryGames. Bomb planted. And Kais King, not much health. He's just going to wait out sneaky at the end of the volcano stairs. And Mike's coming towards outer as well. They just want to finish off what's left of this VeryGames defenders. There's a man off to the left. Existence actually going to pick up Kais King, but Mike's comes out, picks up the frag, and that will be 3 out of 3. But now we're going to see VeryGames with weapons in hands. Kenny S picking up that AWP as well. So we'll see where he goes with that one, whether it's outer or ramp. And VeryGames going to look to get settled in, take 4 rounds in a row, and finish off the game. That's job done from VeryGames. That's what they are. That's their opinion.
Well, we'll see if they can pull it off here, as we do have... I mean, they're obviously going to be setting up over on the top side, and we haven't seen very many ramp pushes at all. We've seen Mike's, actually, when he was over on the counter side, push up ramp quite a bit, since VeryGames didn't like to push it. But you see right here, 2 members of them just sitting there waiting for a push of someone. That's not going to happen. An outside push is happening right now. Kenny S, with that op, forced to retreat away. Not able to pick up any kills. He's permanently blind the entire time. He gets, wow, just his head torn off by Chris, and that will be that op down.
Oh, MBK dying to Yuffie as well, and it's looking good for LowlandLions. Oh, Yuffie just getting away from that grenade. Just about 4 health remaining after that. Oh, Smiths, he's got a load of guys underneath him here, and he needs to get the better of them, as there is a little spray through Yuffie. Coming around the side, Existence is actually off to the side of him. Yuffie gets the better of him. Smiths has now died as well, and it's all on Scream, who is 1 versus 5. They've got a load of flashbangs, 2 HEs in there, all with rifles. There's literally no way that Scream's going to win this round. But starts off well. All credit to him if he can. But a weapon going to be worth more to him. And he's just going to run straight away. Ooh, towards T-spawn, or in the end away from. There is Yuffie up top. He said only 4% of his health remaining. Ferid turns away from that flash, which he ended up dying in the end. But Kais King are already come around the back, and that is 12-7. LowlandLions picking up the first gun round as well.
Yeah, looking very, very solid right now. That'd be awesome if they could come back and take this to a much closer match. And that was the first gun round for VeryGames, and they just got shut down. I mean, 5 members of LowlandLions took out 4 of VG before we saw Scream pick up any kills. Overall, well done. And we'll see what they can do against another eco round for VeryGames. I mean, this should be pretty simple for them. I mean, they have the armor, they have the flashes, the grenades, the guns, and it's up to VG to really pull off something sneaky.
Slow start from VeryGames. They've put a couple of grenades out onto the outer area where Chris J pretty much caught both of them. He's down already to just 30 points of health, but again, weapon-wise, not looking good. Chris J there will find the grenade frag onto Smiths. As I realise not got auto director on, or we're just watching Scream whilst missing everything else going on. And there is Kenny S actually giving his position away here. They want to try and lure them in whilst Existence actually sits around the corner here and gets a chance with that shotgun. As here comes the first man up the stairs. Actually, Scream is going to get the better of Ferid, but he dropped down. He's still alive. Yeah, he is. He came back up the ladder there, then ended up falling down again, just dying from the damage of the fall. And now Existence is last man with the shotgun. Can he get anything? Nope. Mikes will kill him. Scream laughing about that one. And that is 12-8. So LowLandLions, I'll tell you what, they're not doing bad at all. 5-0 up now on this terrorist side.
They're putting up a fight, Joe. They really are.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just we've seen them do this against Fnatic in the last game on Mirage, where they won 5-6 in a row, but then they just seem to lose concentration, lose focus here. But with the way this game's going, they weren't this far behind against Fnatic at this point. I think they might be able to, I don't want to jinx it, keep this aggression, keep this focus, and maybe pull off a win. A much-needed win before they get knocked out of the entire tournament.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they lose here, then they wouldn't technically be out. Wait a sec. If they lose here, they wouldn't technically be out if Fnatic lost against .pixels, which
we don't think happened.
Yeah, it's definitely over by now in one shape or another. As Chris J again is going to pick up the opening kill of the round. This time onto Kenny S. Mike's has gone down though. And now only 2 men left alive for LowLandLions. It looks like they're going to push up, which could be the end of things for them here. And there is Euphoria getting a lot of damage. Smith comes in from the backside of him as well. Chris J fell down at the end as well from MBK. And that will be the first round for VeryGames. So the second full buyout for them. And they obviously fixed the mistakes from their first buy round. And this is where you expect to see the French train roll in. Let's have a look down the scoreboard. 20 kills for MBK, and this is one thing that we see constantly from VeryGames. One of the only teams that does it so constantly, I'd say, is to stop upper rushes incendiary grenades. All the time. As soon as you get up the ladder, incendiary grenade onto Squeaky or into the hut, and it stops that instant rush straight into the upper bomb site. Or not even stops it, but puts down so much damage that usually a team will just stop. They won't keep running in there once they see that go down. There's Existence picking off Mike's, Euphoria, and Ferry, the last 2 men left alive. They've left the bomb here back for safekeeping inside of lobby, but I don't think there's any safekeeping against 5 VeryGames players who probably bored of losing rounds right now and just want to get this game out of the way. As MBK is the only one to go down for them. Spam there coming out through the hut. Only 44 seconds to go. LowLandLions are going to have to pick up a kill here very soon. Existence will drop Euphoria through the hole that he'd made there in the door. And now it's all on Ferry, who would probably like to keep a hold of his weapon, but whether he'll be able to do that or not is a different matter. There's Kenny S peeking out, and Ferry goes down, and that is 14-8. LowLandLions now need every single round to win this game. And
they are on an eco round now.
Nah, they'll buy you.
Actually, yeah, you're right. We do see 3 EKs picked up right now. Euphoria and Ferret, I don't think actually picked up. Oh, there it is. Euphoria did pick up a.
One of them had a lot of money there. I think it might have been Chris J who was able to drop for Ferret. So, yeah, this is obviously a round that is much needed from LowLandLions. I mean, they know that a win is basically what they need to survive in the group stage here to go through. So, even because I think Fnatic have beaten .pixels. I might be wrong about that one.
It was like 9-1 though last time we heard.
Exactly, and that's why I'm feeling that way. Obviously, I can't Alt-Tab right now and check that one out. So, as Jason instantly presses Alt-Tab and has a look, you can go to hltv.org and just find that directly. So, that basically means that LowLandLions are going to need the victory here from this one, which is why, you know, in other situations they might have played for the draw, but to be honest, when you need a win, you need a win. Right now they're up against a very determined VeryGames team who had fantastic terrorist side.
16-2.
16-2. Wow.
For .pixel. No,
yeah.
For Fnatic.
I was gonna say. That was it was 9-1 last time we checked before we came into this one. So VeryGames and LowLandLions are basically playing for a spot in this next round. Now, if LowLandLions can come back, then that really opens things up for our third and final game. But as it looks like, VeryGames are going to be taking this one. First 3 kills coming in. Mike's trying to pick one up. That doesn't work out, and it's now all on Chris J, who's like, guys, what happened to you? Why are you all dead? Smiths will finish off, and VeryGames not losing a single man that time around. 15-8 now, and, well, cash is
hurting.
Slim.
Non-existent.
Yeah, not got much in there, that's for sure, after those 3 VeryGames rounds. But enough by what they can for this final one. That's a big smoke. Actually, a big flash goes over the top there. And Smiths has actually picked up a P90 here because he can. Just because he can. Where is he? There is Scream coming around the side as well. And that is it. Very fast round from VeryGames. Pretty much just walk straight in there. Pick up the game. 16 rounds to 8. That one will be. And obviously Fnatic winning against Dot Pixel 16-2 means that our third and final game here tonight will be Fnatic versus VeryGames. It was kind of, I don't want to say obvious, but everyone was expecting that Fnatic versus VeryGames would be our final game of the day. And it will be exactly that, guys. So don't forget, we shall be here in just a few moments to do that one as I try and find the correct video that I need to play here in just a second. But don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Joe_Miller, at JCapLol, and also the Twitch channel. Yeah, and you spoil it afterwards. And don't forget, you can follow the Twitch channel you're watching there. So just find the follow button. That's where we broadcast all the CSGO action here on ESL TV. And also where the LAN finals for the RaidCall EMS 1 will be played as well. So make sure you're following that one. We'll be back in just a few minutes' time, hopefully, if the teams are all ready to go, with our final game of the day. That will, of course, be VeryGames taking on Fnatic for a place on the top spot. Now, obviously, both teams are through, which means that sometimes they play a little bit different to usual, a little bit crazier and stuff. So it could be a fun game. But obviously, we'll decide who goes into the high seed pool, who goes down into the low seed pool. Actually, the best teams are mixed all over the place. You've seen from the other three groups. We'll go through that as we come back in just a little while, guys. So don't go anywhere. Fnatic versus VeryGames coming up next.
Professional grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers. Easy to use voice messenger service. Chosen by over 12 million gamers.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
RaidCall. Communication for winners.